one of the things that is important to us is family and friends. We like to be able to sit around. When we picked up this Sprinter, it was about $75,000. The build itself cost about $75,000.
We are able to stand up, take a shower in here.
We work well together, and we always have. We're best friends.
Hi, I'm Kyle.
I'm Stephanie.
Let's take a tour. So here we're in the dinette area. We wanted a lot of seating for sitting down to eat. We also want to be able to host people. So we have this Lagoon Mount table. It swivels around. We have a little bit more seating this way. All the way back here, the cushions for the bench are the same height as our mattress, which we'll show you in a minute. So everything kind of converts into a bed if we want to down here. We also have storage underneath these benches. So when we built this out, we had to be mindful of the wheel well sticking into the van. It's a dually, so it comes in about 20 inches. So the benches had to be built around that. We also needed to put in storage and our electrical system in here. So underneath here, we have all of our electrical panels. This is also where we put our dirty laundry. Going back, we have our batteries back here. We have another storage bin back here that can open even when the back doors are open. We have a 40-gallon water tank, clean water tank over here. Our entire water system is under this one, and our linens are kept in there too. In a previous van, we had a 144 build on a 2018, and we had a drawer that slid out from underneath the bed, but it was just the two of us sitting across from each other. And one of the things that is important to us is family and friends. We like to be able to sit around and have Stephanie's cooking around a big table with plenty of room to spread out. So all of our cushions are covered with a product called Sil Leather. It's just a silicone product that's really easy to clean. We decided to do our wall panels in that same material as well. This is closed cell foam Landau behind the Sil Leather on these wall panels that we built and then screwed into the riv nuts in the van. So in our old van, we had a fixed bed, and in this build, we decided that we wanted something that we could just tuck away and not have to make the bed. When it's time at night, we just lower this bed down. There are 4 anchor points in each corner that each has to hold about 200 pounds for the anchor, and the bed just lowers on this simple seat belt. There's a motor and a drive axle back here, and it just lowers down to the same level as our bolsters, and we sleep basically from driver's side to passenger side with those flare spaces out. So with this bed lowering system, you can buy beds that are pre-built, but we really had to fabricate this one ourselves. I used extruded aluminum to build the frame and then just do all the cladding with wood on the outside of it. So with the bed down, I just wanted to show it in this position. And we do not have any garage space down here. We store all of our gear in the back. So let's go take a look back there. So here we are in the back of the van, get our bed tucked up in a way, and just want to show you some of the back panels here. This is our clean water tank. This is where we fill. This hose on here makes it really easy to set up our 20-foot hose going to our spigot wherever, but never getting water inside the van. And then this just drips out any extra. That way we just get rid of any moisture here. This is our outdoor shower, hot and cold water. Just take out this spigot right here, plug that in. Stores right in the door. We have AC power. We also have a 12-volt cigarette plug. So if we want to pump up our inflatable kayaks in the back of the door here, we can do that. And then underneath this is the solar charge controller. We can take off these panels, do any servicing that we need to, but fortunately we haven't had to do any of that work on the road. So this is a 12-month van. We're living in it, and we need it to be warm during the winter. So we have plenty of insulation in the walls, in the floor, and in the ceiling. We have heated floors in here because it's September right now. Pretty soon the weather's going to turn and we want to stay nice and cozy inside. So we had to make decisions about where we were storing our gear. Obviously we don't have room inside. So during the summer months, we have our inflatable kayaks back here mounted to the door. We have a storage box back here, and we have our bikes up nice and high so we don't have to worry about, hopefully, not anybody taking them. So after this, we'll be heading back to Colorado to swap out our bikes for our skis. We take this locker off, put up our ski locker, and the bikes will be in Colorado for storage during the winter.
I was on YouTube, I think starting about 2015. I just saw a couple of van videos that popped up, and I started watching them, and As time went on, it became more and more common. I think about 2016 or 2017, I was seriously looking at it. And then in 2018, Kyle and I started talking about how we wanted to live our lives. And we were pretty tired of being in debt and tired of city life. So we bought our first van in 2018, built it out ourselves on the fly. In fact, we really never finished it until we sold it because we were always having so much fun in it. Welcome to our kitchen. So when we designed the van, Kyle built all these beautiful bamboo cabinets. He had in mind storage for me so I could cook. So show you some of the cabinets that he made. He made this really cool double drawer for spices, and we store a stove in here. We didn't build in the stove. We wanted as much counter space as possible because there's never enough, but we also like to cook outside. We have extra storage space on the other side as well. We have enough power in the van that we can power an air fryer. I love to make pizza, so we use an air fryer to do that, and it's worked great for us. We have a deep sink because we do cook for friends and family a lot. The countertops are made from a product called Rich Light, which is a paper stone product, and it's bamboo in between, so it's super lightweight, and you can actually sand out all of the scratches in it too, so it's really easy to care for. We have a UV water filter. A lot of times we're out in the woods. That's where we like to be most of the time, and you just never know what your water source is going to be like, so we've used it and never gotten sick. It's been great for us. It makes our water taste good. We also have a SodaStream type of product that we use to make sparkling water, and that we know we have nice, fresh, clean water for it. We also have a pre-filter in the back to fill. It's a sediment filter. We do have hot water. The hot water comes from our engine as well as from our furnace. It's a hydronic system, so it's in the floor. It's hot water, and it's also hot air because our van is a winter van and we like to stay warm. So this is where we store our food, and we didn't want a bunch of bars going across the front, so I just put them in baskets. Up here we have some more storage for food, and we have our control panel back in there as well for our electricity and for our bed. This is our shower. We built it, I think it's 32 by 24, just right. We are able to stand up, take a shower in here, put a teak floor down below. The floor of the shower is aluminum, the pan is, and it's heated. We can hang our wet clothes in here when we go to the laundromat, but we also built it for winter use. When we finish skiing, we can hang them up and they can dry inside. There's a composting toilet in here with an electric churner. It's pretty new on the market. We have 40 gallons of water. We're pretty minimalist when we take showers. We do military style showers, and we save it for when we go work out to take the longer showers. But it's great to have it, especially when there's nothing nearby or we're out in the woods. And it usually lasts us for about 4 or 5 days if we're out in the woods. I do cook a lot. I think you could probably stretch it even further if you weren't me cooking all the time.
So for the build, we picked up this Mercedes Sprinter in December of 2021, and we took it to a rented warehouse space where it was a tall enough garage that we could fit it inside and do the build over time, not worry about rain or wind or any snow outside. That took us about 8 months in that warehouse. When we picked up this Sprinter, it was about $75,000. The build itself cost about $75,000.
Both Kyle and I are fundraisers. We worked in higher ed. I worked at a small liberal arts college. Kyle worked at a larger university. But on the side, we did what I think people call live-in flips. So we bought old homes and renovated them. Kyle his degree is in sculpture. So he is very good at design, and he's very good at cabinetry. He works with wood quite a bit. That's kind of his medium.
We wanted a lot of hanging storage. In our old van, it was a shorter build. It was more of a weekender type of build, but again, for full-time living, we wanted hanging closet space. So we have 24 inches of cabinetry, which is great for winter stuff, but also hanging things, nicer things. You can never have enough drawer space, so this kind of happened at the end of the build. We had this extra room because the cats didn't need so much room for the cat box, which was just below it. So we added another drawer, which we store a lot of our tech stuff and our induction stove. So lighting is really important to us. Before we got into van life, we did a lot of home renovations of old houses, and we put in zone lighting. So we have 7 zones of lighting in the van, depending on where we are and how we're working. We have AC. As you can see, it's a 12-volt air conditioner. That was important to us because we have animals in here and we want to make sure that they're safe when we're not in the van. We stay with our van most of the time, but when we want to go out and tour, we want them to be safe. So we have temperature monitors as well as the air conditioning, and we have a max air fan. We have 800 watts of solar on the roof that powers 540 amps of battery. They're 2 GC3 batteries. They do very well, powering all of our loads as well as the air conditioner for a reasonable amount of time, usually 4 to 5 hours of AC, and it will still be fully charged, or at least charged enough so that we can start over with a full charge after we get sun. We have all Victron components. We have 2 B2B chargers. They do a great job. They keep it powered pretty well when we're driving, although we honestly don't need them as much as we thought we would because the solar does so well in full sunlight. Winter, we'll probably need them a little bit more. We have it all wired to a Servo GX, and the controller is up in the cabinet so that we can just kind of touch it. It's great for controlling everything in the van. And we have VRM, which is internet-based, so we can actually be anywhere in the world as long as we're in Wi-Fi range, and we can turn our inverter on and off and control a lot of things. It's pretty cool.
So living in 84 square feet or whatever this is can be a little bit challenging, sharing the space and bumping into each other as we're trying to do something, but I think we do a pretty good job at it. In the morning, the bed is down, I get up, make some coffee, bring it over to Stephanie, who's still just relaxing with the cats in the back. Then, we kind of move out into the area, the kitchen area, raise the bed, come sit back here, enjoy our coffee and have some breakfast. And everything else seems to move pretty smoothly after that point, because then we're no longer concentrated back here.
We work well together, and we always have. We're best friends.
And we enjoy doing so much together. We have 2 bikes back there because we both get on mountain bikes, and 4 sets of skis, so we go skiing together as well. So we enjoy the same things. It's really good to enjoy your partner and to enjoy doing the pastimes with your partner.
Thanks for doing the tour.
Check us out on Instagram at Denver Craft Co.
See you on the road.